Hi, welcome at your bonus clip. My name is Annemiek from Tarot Enlightenment. How to get more confident, more self-confidence. I'm going to guide you through an exercise, and they're actually just questions, and the questions are framed in such a way that they will bring you deeper within yourself, deeper within your own worth. And the worth will come up. Maybe you like it to start with a tiny exercise to see where you are now. When it comes to being self-confident, on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being nothing, 10 is everything, is fully self-confidence. What is the number that comes spontaneously up in your mind? Yeah. At the end of this clip you can do the exercise again and see where you are. Yeah? Okay. Let's start. I'm going to start with in self-confidence. I know that's not a word, but being insecure. There are many words for it, but I'm going to use insecure, yeah? First, we have to break that one down before we can get to self-confidence. On the road to more self-confidence, or self-confidence in a certain area that you feel uncertain, insecure, more uncertainness will come up. It has to come up. First, the darkness has to be seen. You have to be conscious of the darkness before there will be light on it. And seeing it, being conscious of your insecurity, is the way to get light onto it. Once you see it, there is light on it already. Yeah? It's that simple. It is. I'm going to ask you questions. This is an exercise for which you don't have to do anything but to say yes. That's the real answer, the only answer. Sometimes you might feel you want to say no, and just go ahead, okay? And I'll tune in to the group of people that will be watching this clip now, this week, or in the future. And if I feel that there's a strong no towards a certain question, then I will expand on it, yes? You can sit, lay down, lean towards a wall. You can even walk when you do this. And if you've done this clip, this exercise once, then afterwards, if you like it, you can go deeper with it, and you can just do whatever do whatever you want to do while listening. You can say yes out loud or within your mind, and the more volume you give it, the better it is. When you are capable of speaking out loud, maybe you're in a train or something, then it's not possible. But if it is possible, it's better, because then you also hear it. You hear yourself saying yes. You're inviting yourself with every yes to go deeper within more self-love, within more self-confidence. Yes? I'm going to start with insecurity, so here we go. Are you willing to let your insecurity go? Are you willing to let it go more deeply? Are you willing to let it even go more deeply than that? Can you give yourself permission to let the insecurity go? Can you give yourself more permission to let it go? Can you give yourself permission to let the insecurity fade away out of your life? Can you make the decision right now to leave insecurity behind you? Can you make the decision right now to invite self-confidence into your life, into yourself? Are you willing to anchor self-confidence so it will be there within any situation, within any circumstance? Are you willing to become more grounded? Can you give yourself permission to become more grounded? Can you give yourself permission to even become more grounded? Can you give yourself permission to let go of daydreaming, fantasies, fantasizing, passing the day within thoughts? Are you willing to become more grounded? Can you feel where your body is touching a certain object, like the earth, your chair, a wall, the bed? Are you willing to become more grounded, more earthly, more here? Can you allow yourself to be grounded? Can you allow yourself to be self-confident? Can you allow yourself to be strong within yourself? Good. Can you allow yourself even deeper to be strong within yourself? Good. Can you give yourself permission to know that you are important? Can you give yourself permission to know that you are important for other people? Even if you think that you are not important at all because you don't do anything, you're not worth anything, there are people who want to take care of you, like me. You're important to me. And if you are hospitalized, there are people taking care of you. You're important to them. Or maybe if it's about an institution, you're important to them. This sense of importance, can you feel it? Even if it's just a tiny bit, can you feel it within you? Can you allow yourself to let it grow? Can you allow yourself to let it even more grow? Can you allow yourself to feel steadiness within knowing that you are important? I don't mean important like arrogant or egoistic. I mean pure from the heart. Like in love, people love you. Do you know that? Even if they're strangers, there are people who love you. Even if it's just because you belong to a certain group of people, a minority somewhere. You are loved. Can you sense that? Can you give yourself permission to sense that deeper within you? Can you give yourself permission to anchor that? A lot of resistance comes up because there is a lot of resistance. Insecurity, not feeling safe, has to do with feeling worthless, has to do with whatever happened in your life. So you can't let it go just like this now. But this is a very good start. I feel a lot of resistance, so I'm going to attend to the resistance now. Can you allow the resistance? Can you give the permission? Can you give permission to the resistance to be here? And you know what you are resisting, right? Can you accept this resistance? Maybe it is a resistance towards loving yourself, to self-confidence, to your thoughts, to your feelings. Maybe you're thinking about people who don't want you to be worth it. Can you accept this resistance? Maybe you can even feel it in your body and say it out loud if it's possible. Is it your belly that's tensed now? Your throat? Your neck? Your legs? Your hands? Self-confidence is about relaxation. True self-confidence, right? It's effortless. Can you give yourself permission to love yourself more? Are you willing to love yourself more? Are you willing to be more self-confident? And this resistance that you still feel against all these beautiful things, these qualities that you do have within you, otherwise you wouldn't look at this clip. Can you feel the resistance? Maybe it's just a tiny bit. Can you accept this resistance? Can you allow it to be here? Even more. And now just a little bit. Can you let it go? Are you willing to let it go? Are you capable of letting it go? For those of you who are still very reluctant, think about the time when you were a baby or maybe even a fetus in the womb of your mother. Everything was effortless. Complete self-confidence was there. Complete acceptance of everything. Nothing you did was wrong, was weird, was stupid. It was just life. It was you. And it still is you. When you were born, people were there to make sure that you would be alive and you would stay alive. Even if there were some people who didn't want you around, you are here. You are here and therefore you are important. You are important. You survived. You still live. You are important. Can you allow yourself to be important? Can you allow yourself to be more important? Can you allow yourself to let go of the resistance completely? Good. Can you give yourself permission to let go of the resistance completely? Maybe it's not happening totally now, but it will be. Can you have faith that self-confidence is there for you? Is it possible that you believe in yourself? Is it possible that you will believe in yourself? Can you believe in yourself? You did as a baby. You knew that when you had pain, you needed to cry. You knew that when you had bowel movements, they needed to move. And nothing was weird. All was well. All was well. And all is well. All is well. Can you give yourself permission to love yourself more? Can you give yourself permission to become more self-confident? Can you allow yourself to be more self-confident? Can you allow yourself to be happy? Do you want to allow yourself to be happy? Do you allow yourself to be more happy? Would you let go of unhappiness? Could you let go of unhappiness? And remember, there was a time when you had let go of unhappiness, and unhappiness was a thing that wasn't real for you. Do you want to believe that you can be happy or more happy? Can you believe that you will be more happy, that you are more happy? Can you allow yourself to be more strong? Are you willing to be more strong? Could you allow yourself even more to be strong? Can you give yourself permission to be solid within any situation? Can you give yourself more permission to be solid within any situation, with everybody, always? Can you give yourself permission to talk and live from the heart? True self-confidence comes from living from the heart. The heart of hearts. Can you give yourself permission to value yourself more? Do you allow yourself to value your self-confidence you already have? Maybe it's just within certain areas. Maybe in doing the dishes, cleaning your house. Can you allow yourself to be strong and solid and secure within the value of your self-confidence? Just say yes. Allow yourself to be more happy. Can you allow yourself to be more happy? Do you want to be more happy? Are you willing to be more happy? Are you willing to be more important? Are you willing to be important? Can you give yourself permission to be important for other people? Or maybe just one? Can you give yourself permission to be important to you? Would you like to be more important to you? Could you be more important to you? Would you be more important to you? Can you accept that we are raising now your importance to you? Can you accept it a bit deeper? Thank you. Can you give yourself permission to value yourself more? Can you allow yourself to love yourself more? Can you allow yourself to shine within more? Can you allow yourself to shine for you? Can you give yourself permission to shine for you? Would you like it to be happy for you? Would you like it to make yourself very important? Fully important? Completely important? Would you like it to be a high-value woman or man? Or girl or boy? Can you give yourself permission to be? Would you like that? Could you? When? Now. You are important. Can you give yourself more permission to be important to you? Can you give yourself more importance to you? Can you allow yourself to love yourself more? And for those of you who feel resistance, where do you feel this resistance? Can you feel this resistance towards any of these subjects? Can you give yourself permission to accept this resistance? Can you accept this resistance? For some of you, it's already gone now, huh? Accepting is the clue for self-confidence, for self-love. Are you okay with resisting? Can you allow yourself to resist something? Can you accept it fully now? And this resistance, just a little bit, can you let it go? Are you willing to let it go? Could you let it go? Would you let it go? Could you let it go even deeper? Can you love yourself? Is it possible for you to love yourself? Would you like to love yourself? Would you love to love yourself more? Are you willing to love yourself more? Are you open to love yourself more? Are you willing to think you are okay in any given situation? You are important to you. You are important to you. Can you accept that? Can you accept that just a tiny bit, that you are important to you? And are you willing to make this tiny bit a bit bigger? And even bigger? And deeper? Can you accept the self-love that you already have for yourself? You are still here, so there is some self-love. Can you allow yourself to make this self-love complete, fully shining in every situation? Do you love yourself? Do you like yourself? Remember what the answer is, right? Again, do you love yourself? Do you like yourself? Even if it's just a tiny bit, do you love yourself? What? Do you like yourself? Self-confidence has to do with self-love, has to do with effortlessness. When you have to create an image of self-confidence, people will feel it eventually or immediately. This is not real. And the way people respond to insincere behavior or an image, which is always insincere, of course, is with dishonesty. They are closed. They're not open. Can you allow yourself to be fully open for you? For those of you who like this, can you breathe in your heart now? And once again, breathe in your heart. And open your heart for you. Open your heart for you. Are you willing to do that for you? Can you do that for you? Would you like to do that even more for you? Could you be able to open your heart even more for you? If you are not in your heart, there's no way you can say that, hey, I love you. You need to be in that same place from which you tell people that you love them. Are you there now? Are you in your own heart now? And even if it's just a second, even if it's just a minute, or only during this meditation, this exercise, Great, great, you're doing great. Can you accept that you are great? Can you allow yourself to think that you are great? Can you allow yourself to act as if you are great? Because you are. Can you love yourself even more? Can you be more self-confident? Is that possible for you? Are you willing to be more self-confident? Is that possible for you? Can you love yourself? Can you accept that other people love you? What? Even if it's just a little bit, or maybe even just this one situation. Can you accept that people love you? Can you accept that God loves you? Or Source, or Universe, or the Heart of Hearts? God loves you. You are a part of Him. He doesn't exist without you. Can you accept God loves you? Are you willing to accept that God loves you even more than you already did? Beautiful.